Hi everyone, Tina Killerin here. Thanks so much for joining me for episode number 6 in our travel softball series. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the differences between moms and dads on the softball field. Well, and off the softball field as well. So there's a lot of differences we all know that come into play relative to moms and dads. That's just the way that we're made. We're just made entirely differently. But when it comes to softball, mom and dads want entirely different things for their daughters. Dad's looking for a win. Mom wants her to make friends. Dad's looking for a scholarship. She's looking for her daughter to learn. Now, let me warn you, you are going to argue. You and your spouse are going to argue about softball. It's been happening in our house for 7 years already, and I'm sure it will continue to happen throughout her collegiate career should my daughter decide to play in college. So there's going to be a lot of differences, and you guys are going to disagree on a lot of things, especially when it comes to your daughter and where you want her to play, who you want her to play with, and her level of involvement in the sport. So I'm going to encourage you to sit down regularly as a family and talk about what you want for your daughter in her softball career. We want to make sure that we're not pushing her too hard if she really just wants to play the game. But if she's looking for that college scholarship, just like dad's looking for that college scholarship, but if that's what she's looking for, then you know she needs to play on a highly competitive team and she needs to work really, really hard. So we need to set those expectations for her and for the rest of the family. And don't forget though that these things might change as she goes through her softball career. While as a 10-year-old, she might watch softball on TV and say, you know what, I want to play for the University of Michigan. And by the time she gets to 14, she says, you know what, I'm okay. I just want to play co-ed softball when she goes to college instead. So definitely reevaluate where she's coming from and what she wants to do. And let's make sure that mom and dad are on the same page. Let's be supportive of our daughters and let's not argue all the time over what we want out of the sport for our daughter, right? Remember, it's all about her. And if we push too hard when she's not ready to be pushed, we just might push the love of the game out of her. And that's certainly not what we want, because we want our daughters to feel welcome and to enjoy playing the game. And if it ever gets to the point where she's not happy and she's not having fun playing the game, I want her to feel comfortable telling you that it's not fun anymore and I don't want to play. So then we get the opportunity to save our money and maybe go on vacation afterwards, right? So let's make sure it's always a family discussion, and let's make sure that moms and dads, even though they might differ and even though they want different things out of the game for her, ultimately it comes down to her, and it should be her decision, with mom and dad's advice, of course, to make the decision on where she wants to go in her softball career. So let's make sure we're all on the same page. Let's make sure we're all talking regularly. And by doing that, we're going to make sure that she has a happy and successful softball career. Stay tuned for episode number 7, which I'll release tomorrow, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So listen, I want you to comment below though. If you have tips or stories to share, I want you to share those stories. If you have suggestions as well for other parents, do me a favor, comment below. And certainly if you agree or disagree with me, put those comments below too. Let's have a discussion there as well. And I will see you all soon for episode number 7.